beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lola Fafi. Today let's make Nigerian puff puff. So you need a sieve and a clean bowl. So in my sieve, I placed my sieve in my clean bowl, then I poured about 4 cups of flour into the sieve. So then you sieve your flour into the clean bowl. This is just to get rid of any particles in our flour. And then I added 1 cup of sugar. I don't want this puff puff to be too sweet, so then I added 1 tablespoon of nutmeg. Then I'm going to be using milk flavor. I added the whole 100 grams into this flour. You can use lesser milk flavor. You can use 50 grams, but I just love it this way. So then you mix all the dry ingredients together. If you do not have this whisk, you can use any spoon you can find in your kitchen. Ensure to mix thoroughly. Then you add salt, a pinch of salt to taste, and mix again. So the next thing we are going to be doing is to activate our yeast. So you need your yeast and your sugar, then warm water. So I'm going to add about, I'm going to pour 2 spoons of yeast into my warm water. So then I'm going to add 1 spoon of sugar to activate it. Don't forget warm water. Then you add your yeast and your sugar to activate. Then you stir thoroughly. Then you use the next step is to, after stirring thoroughly and gently, the next step is to take your aluminum foil and cover it. Then you leave for about 10 to 15 minutes. So this is after 15 minutes. I'm going to remove the foil, and this is what yeast looks like. If your yeast doesn't look like this, or you just get a settled yeast, you'd have to use another yeast for this puff puff, because that simply means your yeast did not activate. So you must get this fluffy look. So then you pour the mixed yeast into the deactivated yeast into your flour, into all the dry ingredients, and mix. So then you need warm water. I'm going to keep adding warm water until I get the consistency I want. So then warm water. Don't mind the color of the water because I poured the warm water into the bowl I used for the yeast. So it is still a warm water. So then you mix, and then that's the second cup of warm water. So you do not want to get a watery consistency. You want a thick yet drawy consistency. You do not want your mixture to be watery. Then you mix. You can use your hands if you like, but I prefer using my spoon to mix because it's better. It's just better that way. So then you mix, and this is the consistency you want to get. Yeah, this consistency, it shouldn't be watery, it shouldn't be thick as well. So ensure you mix very well. That is just it. So then the next thing to do is I used my kitchen towel to clean the bowl a little bit because I don't like working with messy area. So then I cleaned it, and just to make the bowl look a little bit presentable, or let's say neat. So when you are done, you take your aluminium foil. If you have kitchen napkin at home, you can use it to cover it, but I prefer using aluminium foil. So then you cover it very well and close all open edges, just the way I'm doing in the video. So when you are done, just take it you can put it in your oven and set your oven to a very low heat and leave it there for about 45 minutes. But as for me, I prefer putting it in the sun. So I did place mine in the compound where the sun can access it. So I left it there for about 2 to 3 hours. So while my mixture is in the sun, I did cut some habanero peppers, atarodo into little chunks just to mix into my mixture. So here is the final result of the pepper. So then we are going to open, this is after 2 to 3 hours. So I open, you can see how the consistency has changed. So then we are going to add our atarodo habanero pepper into this mixture and mix with the spoon. Some people prefer using their hands, but I prefer using spoon. Whichever one you use is totally fine. So then you mix just for the pepper to circulate. So then you take you heat up a little enough oil, not a little please, enough oil, and just watch my hand, watch what I'm doing. You want to achieve a fairly round shape. So you want to achieve a fairly round shape of puff puff. So there are two methods to achieve a fairly round puff puff. This method I'm using right now, just scooping out the mixture from the bowl and dropping it in the hot oil. There is something I would want you to note. Please always regulate the heat on your cooker. You don't want your oil to be so hot, and you don't want it not to be hot at all, because your puff puff will soak the oil and it won't be nice. So regulate your heat as you fry your puff puff. So then you take your fork. Please do not poke the puff puff with your fork. Just use the fork to turn the puff puff around, okay? Just watch what I'm doing in the video. And also, you don't want to put too much puff puff at once. You do not want to put too much balls at once. You allow it to cook. You allow it to fry. You do not want to eat raw flour. Ensure you fry the puff puff very well. Ensure you have enough oil on the fire. Don't manage oil, please. There is no shortcut to achieving a round, nice puff puff. So the first style I use can be used when you want to achieve a small size puff puff, not the big size puff puff. Also, when you are putting them in the hot oil, ensure you give space. So then in the next one, I'm going to show you how to do the second style, which you can use to achieve any size of puff puff. So then you scoop it out the normal way, and then you do this. Yes, you scoop it out, you do this. You scoop it out, roll it to your palm and squeeze it out. You scoop it out. Just continue doing it like that, basically. You can see that the size of this one we are doing right now is slightly bigger than the previous one we did. So then you turn with your spoon or your fork. So this is another batch. Just pay attention to the way I scooped my hand and kind of move the mixture onto my palm. Then I squeezed the ball out. So you scoop, you move to your palm, you squeeze the ball out. You scoop, just like that. Okay. You can see this one is also slightly bigger than the previous one we did. So this is just to show you that this particular style can be used to achieve even bigger balls of puff puff. So that's it. It's pretty simple. So then you fry and turn your balls. If some balls are not turning, just leave them. That's just how life is. Some people have strong head. So if you turn and it's not turning, just leave it like that. Guys, do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and turn on the post notification, or click on the notification bell so that each time we upload you would see. Now look at our puff puff. So see our puff puff, so nice, so round, so sweet as well. That's me eating it. I just couldn't wait. So then we are going to move on to the next. So then this is our final result. Oh my. So if your puff puff is not so round, it's all right. It's okay, and just eat your puff puff and smile. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.